Hello!
Hi!
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Brad.
And we are AudioShelf.
Before we start, make sure to click that red button down below to subscribe to our channel. Please, we need it!
We didn't point.
Oh.
And also, if you want to become a member of our Patreon community, you can find the information down below as well. Spend a lot of time down there.
Yep. What are you doing down there?
So today, we are going to be reviewing There's Someone Inside Your House.
Wait, what? I'm sorry?
It's a book, Brad.
Oh.
You're okay.
Sorry.
By Stephanie Perkins.
Ooh.
Narrated by Bahni Turpin.
Oh, I love Bahni Turpin.
She's so good. So good. We are excited about this one because it is another horror, scary slasher.
It's considered YA slasher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it kind of is in the same vein of like a Scream-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes.
It's about all I have hidden from in my life. I can't think of any more.
Yeah, so the book starts off very strong. Very much like Scream.
First chapter.
You know, popular girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, gets slashed and gashed.
Ooh.
And you find out that she is the popular girl at school in the drama club.
Yeah.
And the next day, the whole school is mourning and they're faced with TV crew and all this news media coverage about the death of the white girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Basically. And then, so throughout the book, you follow this group of teens who are, you know, having sex and falling in love, trying to be the next lead in the drama play, playing football and things like that. And throughout the book, you have different deaths.
Yes.
And it all ultimately leads back to the group of friends.
Yep.
And the killer is revealed, and then you have it.
Yep. There's also a little bit of mystery in there with our main character, Makani. So you kind of get this little sliver of what her life was before she moved to Nebraska. And you don't know what it is because she's not sharing it. But you know that it's something bad because apparently a lot of people hate her from her hometown.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of themes that are found through this book that correlate with the young adult horror genre that started with, that was like very 90s-esque.
Yeah. Where
you have the mysterious boyfriend who has secrets and he's brooding and he's wearing a dark leather jacket. And then you have the girl with all the hair full of secrets, Makani. And she's living with the grandma. And who
also has some problems.
And you don't know what happened to her parents. So there's a lot of themes that are present that can be seen from the 1990s movies, like the ones that you mentioned.
Yes.
And there's always, you know, there's the slutty girl that's getting around. And there's the jock boy. There's always all these different facets.
And it's really interesting. Like Brad said, it starts off really, really strong. And then it sort of gets into this area of teen angst. Like I would say like teenage wasteland is I think the way I described it. Like where it's just a lot of talking about what these teens are doing. There's a lot of things that are happening in their life. It's not really like slash and gash them with this group of teens, with our main group of teens. Now, there's other parts in the book that happen that are just like one-off chapters where you see this mysterious killer going around killing people. Yeah. Like the description of Haley's death in the very beginning, that main popular girl, is really, really creepy. And that first chapter just really, like, stabs you in the jugular.
Yeah, it sets a tone.
Yes, it sets a great tone.
Yeah, but the tone for me does not continue. There is about 3 major deaths from people that you don't even know about until they die.
Right.
And I think that's the problem, is if you're going to write a book, I want to know about the characters that are going to meet an untimely death.
Yeah, quicker.
Yeah.
Than what...
It's different because in movies, that character, that visual can come onto the screen and be like, oh, that guy's going to die. Yeah. I don't know that in a book. If you start off the book saying, oh, Charlie did this, and then all of a sudden he's dead, that doesn't really give me any surprise. It doesn't give me any excitement. Yeah. And so I really wanted more from the slashing of the serial killer in the book. I would rate this book probably about a 3 out of 5 stars, just because I feel like it was trying to mimic what horror movies did back in the 90s. And to me, it just fell flat. It reminded me of a PG-13 rated movie that did horrible in the box office in the 90s.
Dang.
Oopsie.
Well, some positives that we do have is with Bahni Turpin.
Oh my god, I love Bahni.
Bahni is so great. Her voice is so youthful. There's not a lot of diversity in this book, but we do have diversity in our main character and her grandmother.
I love Bonnie's voice for the grandmother.
Yes. Her voice for the grandmother is like a totally different narrator came in and just recorded specifically for the grandmother.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's all Bahni. And her voices for the male characters are fabulous. The other female characters, they have either a deeper voice or they have a more like Valley Girl-esque voice.
Yeah.
She does things to these characters that really makes you connect with them. And I felt the connection with Makani from that second chapter when we're first introduced to her. I really, really loved everything that Bahni was able to put into these characters. And that's one of the reasons why I would still recommend the audiobook, giving it a try, because where we might not have connected with it as much, we still really connected with Bahni and really loved her narration for it.
I would definitely recommend this to any young adult.
Yes.
So if a parent is looking for a scary read to listen to on a road trip with their teenage kid, I would definitely choose this book. For me as an adult, I had to put my mind back into a young adult mind frame, which was hard because I was expecting it to be scary and thrilling. And it was very slow paced for me as an adult because I wanted more and I've seen and experienced a lot more. But for young teens, I feel like this is a perfect gateway into adult thrillers, to be honest.
Yeah. Which is interesting because usually we gravitate toward young adult books for most of the time, but then I'm thinking about it, and a lot of our thrillers, a lot of the Ruth Ware, the Shirley LaPeñas, the Gillian Flynn, they are adult.
Yeah, we're desensitized.
Yeah, we're very desensitized. But I think what Stephanie Perkins did with this book is great. I completely agree with you that it is really awesome to give to your teenager if you're like a big horror buff and you want your teenager to experience horror with you and you are going on a Halloween road trip or something like that. Bonding time with them. Like, pop this book in and just enjoy it, because it's still good for people who like horror, but then also for new horror fans.
And there's some romance.
Yes, there's
elements.
A little bit of love, a little bit of scandal.
Now, the ending...
Well, actually, Scandal.
Yes,
the grandmother loves Scandal.
Yeah, she does. She talks about Olivia Pope all the time.
She watches it on Netflix.
She's like, what would Olivia Pope do?
Yes.
I laughed at that.
That was good.
And it's a very comic storyline as well.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that comedy in a slasher movie.
Yeah, I mean, Scream had it as well. So it was a strong, like you said, it was a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Now, the ending, don't expect a big surprise or a big reveal. I think it was pretty monotone for the ending.
Yes.
But overall, I would recommend this to a young adult.
Now, the fun part.
Ooh.
If we were to cast this movie / TV show.
Slasher
TV show. What? Oh, no, you know what?
What?
Have you seen Slasher on Netflix?
I really want to watch it. I told Eddie we were going to watch it this week, and he
this story would be great for that anthology.
Yes.
Like, it would be awesome for like a 4th installment of that, to have something like this, where there's someone inside your house.
Yeah.
Just that. Sorry, that was a little tangent there. But anyway, if this were to be the next anthology series for Slasher, who would you see playing some of the different parts?
We have to start off with Makani.
Oh yeah,
and
which we are in agreement of this one.
Yes. So you want to share that since it was your idea?
Zendaya.
such a good choice.
She's perfect. She is so young looking that she can play a teenager probably until she's 50. And she's an amazing actress, and I feel like she could really put forth what Makani gives to the character. She's perfect.
And I'm sorry, I think the grandmother should be played by Cicely Tyson. I love her. I love that woman.
That's amazing.
I love that woman. Because I feel like she gives such a sass to her characters, and the grandmother had sass. What do you know of those boys?
Yes. And so the grandmother has, no spoiler, but she sleepwalks, and it's after the death of her husband, and she leaves all the cabinets open in the kitchen. So we think from the beginning. But it's just funny how she's like, I wasn't up making anything. I wasn't doing that.
Oh, wasn't
and Makani
me.
was like, I didn't even eat here last night, Grandma. What are you doing?
It wasn't
and
me.
she was like, it wasn't me.
She was Shaggy.
Yeah, she was.
It wasn't me.
Call me opening cabinets.
Wasn't me. Oh, Cicely Tyson. You crack us up.
Oh, man. So for Haley, the girl who dies in the very beginning, I'm thinking we flash back to Drew Barrymore in Scream. And we have Dove Cameron.
Dove Cameron is such a good choice.
She is like, God, she's one, everywhere. Two, like,
She's such a Drew Barrymore back then.
So Drew Barrymore.
Such a Drew Barrymore.
Like, I can't even describe it. She just, like, is that person.
She just needs a cute little lisp, and then she is Drew Barrymore.
Basically, yes. So she can die first.
Yes.
And then...
I mean, we love you, but
yes.
we need a high-powered, young, popular female to die first.
Yes.
White.
Yes. We need Carmen Electra in Scary Movie. We need to blow all of our budget on the first girl to die.
Yes.
And that is Dove Cameron.
So, Ollie, this was a good... This took us some time, but we were like, who could pull off recently dyed pink hair, leather jackets... A lip ring. Who could pull that off and be sexy as anything?
Brad shouted it out, and we both died in the kitchen.
Cole Sprouse. I love you, Cole.
He is like such a good actor.
Oh my God, we got goose pimples.
He's so good. We got goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
He is such a good actor. He really pulls off those like weird and emotional and goth characters really, really well. Don't want to typecast him, but he's just really, really good.
He would probably look real good with pink hair.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can Photoshop him with pink hair and see. Like, we will do the casting calls for all of these guys. You just have to provide us with the money in order to do it.
Be a patron of ours.
Movie producers.
Yes. Wow. That's a good little cast that we got going right now.
Yeah. I'm eager to build it.
Yes.
For whenever our TV show based on the book comes out.
AudioShelf Productions.
That would be so cool.
That would be cool.
But a pipe dream. So anyway, if you have read There's Someone Inside Your House, which legitimately freaks me out every time I say it.
Yeah. Every time you say it, a noise from my house happens.
Yeah. And there's a skeleton hanging off of the AC unit over there that you guys can't see. And there, it's creepy. It's Halloween here at Brad's house.
And before you go, please subscribe to our channel.
Yep.
And interact with us. We love interaction.
Yes. You can find us on Twitter at AudioShelfMe, Instagram at AudioShelfMe, and Facebook at AudioShelf.
They're like all right there.
Yep. And please, if you want to become a Patron member of ours and really get AudioShelf Productions off the ground, you can sign up with the link in our description down below.
So until next time, lock your doors. Bye. I was like, what are we going to